Hey everyone, it's Jen, and this is a 20-minute back care yoga practice. As we're moving through the practice, the poses, and the flows, if there's anything we do that feels like it's bothersome to your back, I'd like to invite you to go with the modified version of that pose or flow, or maybe even skip it altogether. Okay, we're going to begin standing at the long side of the mat. So you're going to turn your body out to face the long edge of your mat. And you can take your feet just a little bit wider than the frontal hip points. I like to angle my heels slightly in and angle my toes slightly out. And we're going to begin with a motion that's sometimes referred to as the empty coat sleeves. So that image of a child on a cold winter day drawing his or her arms inside of their coat and then just moving their body around, twisting and allowing those empty coat sleeves to kind of fling around their body. Okay? So just a real light bounce across the feet, a gentle twist across the hips and the spine. And just a light movement, a sense of lightness in the arms as the arms gently move around your body. Okay, last few moments. Okay, and then allow the motion to begin to slow down. And you can bring your feet so that they're more underneath of your frontal hip points. And we're just going to take the movement called a sun breath. So you're going to inhale, send your arms down and allow your arms to sweep out and then up by your ears, join your hands, exhale, bring your prayer hands down into your heart. And let's do that again. So inhale, big circle sweep. Stretch nice and tall. Exhale, prayer hands join and come down into your heart. 3 more times. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, prayer hands join and come into your heart. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, prayer hands into the heart. And one last time. Inhale, circle sweep. Prayer hands come into the heart. Okay, so let your hands come down by your thighs. Let them connect into your thighs. And I'll just start to do some little baby side tilts here. So this will create some engagement and through the obliques, but also that small low back muscle called the quadratus lumborum. So these side tilts can be a little smaller, or you might go a little bit farther. So keeping the hands down in close to the sides of the body is going to make it easier to move your spine side to side in lateral flexion. We're going to do a couple more, but if you want, you can pause the next time we come to the center. You can interlace your hands and you can do those side tilts with your hands interlocked behind your head. So this is definitely going to be more challenging if you have an existing back condition or if you have that chronic sort of achiness in your back. So just be really mindful. And you can always choose the option that feels like it works the best for your body, or you can pause in the center and just take a couple deep breaths. Okay, last one or two. Okay, and you can come back to the center and then just allow your knees again, just that soft bend as you kind of lightly bounce across the feet, extending through the elbows and then rebending in the elbows. So when I do this, I like to think about this motion as like a letting go motion. So you can even just breathe in through your nose and deep breath out through your mouth. Okay, and start to slow that back down. And now we're going to take the feet Nice and wide apart. We're gonna take a warrior two for some hip strengthening. So you're gonna take your left toes and turn them to face the short side of your mat. So your front heel can approximately line up with your back heel, and you're gonna allow your left knee to bend so that it lands over the ankle. And so be mindful just to let the hips stay where they are. So they might have sort of almost like this slight angle, and the turn can come from the heart, but we don't have to focus on pointing the hip points to the side of the mat. Just allow the knee to land over the ankle and allow the hip points to maybe be slightly angled. So bring your prayer hands up to your heart center. And here's your inhale, knee is bent. Now as you exhale, press into your feet and then allow your front left knee to straighten. And then inhale, allow the knee to bend. Press into your feet and exhale, allow the knee to straighten. Inhale to bend the knee. Exhale, press into your feet and straighten the knee. Two more times. Inhale, allow the knee to bend. Exhale, press into your feet and straighten the knee. Inhale, allow the knee to bend. Press into your feet and straighten the knee. Allow your arms to relax so that you can pivot the feet. So turn your left toes in and turn your right toes to face the short side of the mat. So the heel approximately lining up with the back heel. Allow your right knee to bend. So just you want to check in, make sure that it's stacked over the ankle. And again, the hip points can be a little bit angled versus attempting to turn them to face the long side of the mat. Bring the prayer hands up to your heart center in prayer. Here's your inhalation. Press your palms together, knee is bent. Exhale, press into your feet and allow your knee to straighten. Inhale, allow the knee to bend. Exhale, press into your feet and allow the knee to straighten. Inhale, the front knee bends. Exhale to straighten two more times. Inhale, right knee bends. Exhale to straighten. And last time, inhale, allow your knee to bend. Exhale to straighten. Release your arms, turn your right toes in. You can kind of heel toe your feet together. And then one more of those light bounce motions across the knees. Just let your elbows extend and rebend. Okay, we are going to turn to the front short side of the yoga mat. So just turn the body, bring the prayer hands up to the heart center, 10 toes facing the long side of the mat. You're going to take your breath in and let your arms sweep up and along the sides of your face. As you exhale, prayer hands can join together. You're going to bend at your knees so that you can hinge your body forward over your legs and then coming into forward fold. Now, as you breathe in, just slide your hands up onto your shins for a moment. Press into your shins, feel your shin bones press back into your hands, elongate your spine. Now, as you're exhaling, you want to bend your knees enough that you can get your hands down on the floor and begin to lightly step your feet back. We're going to lower the knees down into tabletop pose. So here in this tabletop pose, I always recommend just unfolding a blanket right for your knees to protect the cartilage of your knees. Now plant your hands down, hips over knees, spread through your fingers, and then inhale, just let your belly start to tip down to the mat a little bit. There can be some softening in your elbows as you lift your heart. And then as you exhale, you can press into your palms and allow your spine to round. And then inhale, tip your belly back down to the floor, lift up through your heart. Exhale, press into your hands, draw your tailbone under and round through your spine. And then one last time, inhale, tip the belly down and lift up through the heart. And then exhale, press into your palms and round through your spine. Okay, and then inhale, come to neutral. Now we're just gonna let the weight come into the right knee. And you're gonna extend your left knee back behind you. So you wanna really press into the ball of the foot to feel the knee lift and engage. And the back of the left thigh feels like it's lifting up toward the ceiling. And then you can just begin to keep the head reaching out, crown of the head reaching forward, and then just give a little pulse here through the left heel, focusing on keeping the line of your spine nice and long. Okay, let your left knee come down, extend out through your right knee, press the right ball of the foot into the mat, reach out long through the crown of your head, and then begin to gently pulse your right heel back and forth a few times. So keep reaching long through the crown of the head. So you want to encourage length through the spine versus that head hang. Okay, and then allow your right knee to come back down. Now we are going to come all the way down onto the belly. So you can leave the blanket there as long as it doesn't bother you, or otherwise you can move it out to the side. Okay, we're gonna do some single leg locust position. So you're gonna bring your hands underneath of your lower chest, upper ribs, hug your elbows gently into the body, anchor down through the top of the right foot. And as you inhale, you can start to draw your tailbone down and just take a small lift of your face, your chest, and your left leg. Now, as you exhale, you can bring your left leg and your chest back down. You might turn your head to one side. Rest the side of the face down on the mat. Hug your elbows into the sides of your body. Anchor down through the left foot. Inhale, right leg lifts. Face comes back to the center. Lift up through your heart. Exhale, bring the foot down. Turn the head the opposite direction. We'll do 2 more sets of that. So inhale. Bring the face back to the center and lift up through your left leg. Right foot stays grounded. Exhale, bring the foot down and turn the head to the right or left. Inhale, left foot stays grounded. Begin to bring the head back to the center. Float the right leg up. Press downward into the left foot. Draw the tailbone slightly down. Exhale, turn your head to one side, bring the foot down, ground into the right top of the foot. Inhale, bring the face back to the center, hug the elbows into the sides of the body as you lightly lift the leg, tailbone down. Exhale, turn your head to the side. Okay, ground into the left foot, last one. Bring the face back to the center and begin to float up with your right leg, light lift of your heart. And then exhale as you come down. Now you can stack your palms here, rest your forehead on your stacked palms, bring your heels in toward your buttocks by bending your knees, and take your lower legs and give a light sway with the lower legs from right to left. Okay, and then we're just gonna be turning the body over onto the spine. So just as, gracefully as you can, shift your body up and then over to your spinal column. Okay, and then move your body so that you're kind of more in the center of the mat. Your knees can be bent with your feet flat. And so I like my feet to land right on the mat. So I kind of pull the blanket up there. And so you're gonna bend the elbows so that the palms and the forearms are looking at one another. We're gonna do one more focused on strengthening. So this strengthens the spinal muscles as well as the gluteals and the legs. So press into the backs of your arms. So a lot of times we lift as we inhale. I'm going to encourage you to see if you can reverse that for today and lift on the exhale. So press into your arms and feet. Exhale, begin to elevate the hips up. They might lift just a couple inches, or if the spine does have a lot of flexibility, you might lift the hips a little higher. And then as you're inhaling, allow your hips to gently come down. And then exhale, feel the strong anchor, and then use that to help you rise up with the hips. The tailbone is going to really slightly draw down. So you might feel the pubic bone starts to almost tip up toward the belly button. And then as you inhale, let your hips come back down, press into your feet. Exhale, elevate your hips up. Inhale to lower. Okay, last one. Exhale, press into your arms and into your feet. Float your hips up. So on this next one, we'll just see if we can hold for a moment. So of course, another option is to, lift and lower another time or two, or to come out all together. So you want to feel a very slight draw downward with the tailbone. It's so slight, right? But the tailbone, oh, it almost feels like it's just lengthening down to the space between the knees, and that you'll feel that will take the pubic bone and just tip the pubic bone slightly up toward the belly button. And then just feel your last inhale here, press through your palms, spread through your fingers like the rays of the sun. And then as you exhale, let your hips begin to lower. You're going to stretch your arms out, take your feet just a little wider, knees point up, and then you're going to sway your knees from side to side. Okay, and come to the center, and you're gonna pick up your right foot, draw your right thigh in toward your right ribs. Just take an inhale and begin to stretch your right heel up toward the ceiling as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, allow your right knee to bend. And then bring the right foot back down to the mat. And then as you take your next inhale, just draw the left leg in toward the body. Hold there on the exhale for just a moment. And then breathe in, send your heel up toward the ceiling, just bringing some stretch across the back of your leg. And then as you exhale, allow the knee to bend, and then plant the foot back down onto the floor. Inhale, lift the right foot, hold the right thigh in toward the right ribs, and then inhale, send your heel up toward the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, plant the foot. Let's do it again on the left. Inhale, pick up the foot, hug the thigh in toward the body, and then inhale, send the heel up. Exhale, allow your knee to bend, and then plant the foot down onto the floor. Okay, a few more rocks with your knees from side to side. Okay, and then just bring your heels so that they're lined up with the sitting bones, knees point up. You can place your hands to the abdominal region and just take a few rounds of breath where you're emphasizing feeling the belly move as you inhale and exhale. At your home, you can stay here for as long as you'd like. If you feel ready, we're going to begin to transition over to the right or to the left, and then pressing your hands down to slowly come back up. Sit tall, join your palms. The light within me bows to that same light within you. Namaste.